Karibuni tena. Second
episode of this life's
mysteries. So today is that day. We talk about bangi. We talk about mira,
pombe,
all these things that we are taking in this Kanairo, man.
Yes.
Because people are taking a lot.
Okay.
Ukiweza sikia, you know, we are always told, unasikianga mse, like you find someone smoking, like, you smoke cigarettes. Yes, this is my drug of choice.
Yes.
But it's not just a drug of choice, it's drugs of choice. So one person is dependent on like 4 drugs. And with the Nairobi culture right now, it's very good for people to now understand. It's like creating awareness all over again, because people are so used to hearing the information. If you're addicted, or you will beat people if you don't drink, you know, they're just easy like kawaida too.
The same.
But then there's so many, you know, in the cracks, like reading between the lines of your life, the people around you, and it will show you that this person is either heading to addiction or is already addicted. So we have a couple of points here. And the first one is when your brain tells you can't do without the alcohol or the
Tell
drug.
me about it, sis. Personally, let me talk from a personal point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I was personally addicted to not pills. How do I call it? A prescribed drug.
Yes.
Yeah. So I couldn't do anything without it. As in, yani, if I 2 hours without it, I'm already shivering. I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm sweaty. It was just a mess. My heart races. It was addiction.
Do you think because yes, maybe your window period was 2 hours, your brain used to tell you if you now go past the 2 hours, you'll probably die.
Yes, exactly.
But then, are there days that you stayed for even 4 hours, you're like, I'm alive?
Funny thing, yeah.
That's what we are saying. Because it makes you think that you actually can't live without this thing. Ever imagine you're locked in a cage today.
And you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
You can't access, you can't. Imagine you live. You'll go through it too.
This is like, of course, if you do drugs for 10, 15, 20 years, of course it will have an effect on your health. I have an uncle, or rather is it my dad's uncle, he's a smoker. He smoked half his life. Aliacha fegi, he stopped smoking, he went blind. So he had to go back to smoking.
No, you see.
Yes, he is in his 60s.
It had already gotten into his
system. Yes, like now that is now he can't do without.
That's how people get into diabetes as well.
Yes, he actually has diabetes. If he doesn't also do it, like his sugars, it's now part of his life. But then now, haujafika hapo.
Yeah.
You know, you're 25, you're 30, you're 35. You've not gotten to that point where you quit this thing, you go blind.
So it's up to you. It's a decision. You're a decision away.
If you sit down and it's telling you, aki huwezi kaa bila hiki, to mostly smokers.
Watu bang, you can never get addicted to bang.
You can. No, let's not even say.
You get addicted to the feeling. Hey. That is proven. You don't get addicted to the drug because the drug
as it's an addiction
is a drug that you can use for health. For pain, it's a pain relief.
Yeah.
So
live with. You see this nicotine, vape. These things people are putting here. Kuber and what is it called?
Lift.
If it starts showing you that you always need it, bro, sis,
run.
Please run.
Run.
Call me. I'll pray with you. There's nothing. She's here. She'll tell you there's nothing as bad as being in a bondage. And it is a silly bondage. You know, for her, at least for you, it was not that you went and bought pills and you started taking them.
Yeah, no,
you needed them.
I need now, and it's even gotten, now that's a stupid bit. It's gotten to a point because I have chronic illness. It's made me graduate to morphine.
Yeah.
And now I'm not taking what I used to take. Now I'm taking morphine itself. Because it's the only painkiller that can work for me. So the difference is how I'm taking it. How I know I've actually withdrawn is I'm not taking at at several. As
So
in how I
it's
used
for
to
you
do it.
right now. For you,
So-
it's more of inaitwaje, like now balancing your health and the drugs,
Yes.
and making sure that you don't go back to that
To
habit
addiction,
you were
yes,
in.
yes. Because now I know I'm not addicted. Because I'm not having to take the same drug that I used to, or now
Yeah.
morphine itself, because it's a morphine in the same drug. It's an opioid. So I'm not having to take. I used to take 10 pills in a day, and now I'm taking morphine 3 pills in a day of 10 milligrams. So I'm not taking 100 milligrams. What?
We'll talk
Let me
about
tell you,
that.
addiction.
We'll talk about it later
Yes, I
on in
will.
this channel.
That will be a story by itself.
So if your brain is always telling you you need this thing, please watch out, man. Be cautious.
Run.
Our second point is if you spend 3 or more days in a week doing,
The same thing.
doing that thing.
Yeah.
It's either drinking, smoking, chewing, mira. You just know it's not good.
Yeah.
Because one thing, the stereotype, not a stereotype, the one thing that Kenyans tunajikava nayo ni weekend. Ni refu.
Weekend.
But bro, you can do other things during the weekend.
Yeah, you can go ziplining.
You can even declutter your house.
Yeah, you can do cleaning. You can go visit charity. I mean, you can do so much instead of just sitting down over a weekend and say, leo ninakunywa. Leo ni kuchana.
Yeah, and you see, and Kenya sahi tuko na memes ni funny but sio funny. There is a meme I saw that, and I told you about it for women are good from Monday to Thursday. Friday kifika, they go haywire.
Out.
They even, when you throw everything under the bus, your relationship maybe, of course, ukianza hii stuff ya unakunywa Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hautaelewana na mtu. If you have a boyfriend and you guys are supposed to be, working towards maybe getting married, working towards certain goals. Of course, drinking from Friday to Sunday is not going to help you achieve those goals. So you find yourself clashing with people.
Yes.
Or here you find maybe your family, there is an event on Saturday, but you can't attend.
Because you just want to get drunk.
Yeah, you're out. You even better, you run away from home. Heri na unazima simu. Ili uende tu ukunywe. It's really
and it's very inconveniencing, by the way. You can't be switching off your phone or not picking people's phone calls or texts just because you're in sherehe or doing something.
Now you're becoming
a nuisance.
Unreliable.
Yes.
You can't be, bro. Ebu imagine unapigiwa mamako amepata ka accident fulani kahao and you're needed. Because maybe unajua, if you take your mom to hospital, the daughter has to be there because there are certain aspects. The dad or the son cannot, hawezi navigate.
Yes.
Uko sherehe, bro. That guilt will eat you. You will die early.
You'll regret.
You will die early.
You'll regret.
So it's 3 days. What I say is, I'm not telling you to quit alcohol, but replace it with something else. I'm not telling you to quit weed, replace it with something else. Sorry.
Or if no, it's okay. Or if you want to still continue drinking, be a responsible drinker.
Be a responsible drinker.
Be a social drinker. Actually, be a social drinker. You can't drink when you're alone. When you're with people, you drink minimal. You don't have to drink like you're drinking to live. As in,
you're drinking to die. It's like you want to finish the alcohol in this country now.
I would hate it if either of us were a type of host of a club. Yani, I'm seeing where Raymond Njuguna is hosting at this club. That means you're encouraging people to drink.
Leave alone even the ones encouraging people to drink. You see all these influencers that are given those gigs every Friday, every Saturday, you will end up a drunk. Because unaenda club, yes, una influence, una host, lakini unapewa pombe ya bure. Hakuna kitu tamu kama pombe ya bure na unaikunywa kwa wingi.
Na ukiitisha ingine inakuja.
Yeah, so after 2 years
unalipa, unaitisha boti ingine.
After 2 years, 3 years of you drinking like that,
you become an addict.
Get into it very, very well. Very nice.
So you need all the people who are doing it. We're not telling you not to do it.
Yeah.
It's your decision to do. By the way, it's your decision.
Yeah.
But we're just telling you, if you're doing it, remember, just be very careful because addiction is the worst thing you'd ever want to get yourself into. Anyone who's gotten into addiction, has had the hardest, even myself I've had the hardest time to withdraw from. But if you make a decision you want to stop, and by God's grace, He will make you stop.
Yeah.
But if you decide you want to do it, the devil himself will push you. Yani he will make you do it properly. So you need to be very careful with these gigs that you're given and the decisions that you make.
And being invited to parties all the time. You don't have to go.
You don't have to go.
Just
don't
say
make
no.
decisions to make people happy. Make decisions for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who your friends will not be with you when you're in rehab. They'll not be with your parents trying to do a harambe to pay your rehab. So be responsible of yourself. That's all I could tell you. Do whatever you want, but be responsible. Yes.
Yeah. So our third point is family or career or relationship versus that thing you choose that thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just the way we said, you're being called to something has happened at home, but you can't show up because you're too drunk. Yeah, basically.
There's a function, you never attend family events because you're drunk.
And you think you're smart when you're like, family events are boring. They are not. You're an addict, bro. Honestly, it's not a lie. Like, let me not even talk. Even me, I have been in those situations where I will not. And I think I'm very smart. But I am forgetting, actually, nimi najichimbia shimo.
Kabisa?
Najichimbia tu yo shimo. Vizuri sana.
Aki addiction, Aki guys. Don't get into it.
Please don't. Yesterday I was watching, there's a documentary on NTV, and I will put a thing somewhere. You guys go watch it. Please watch it.
I will.
You see how much addicts are struggling in Mombasa and how much they're telling kids, please don't get into this thing. Please stop. Please don't. I was seeing a woman, she's an addict of heroin. Amejidunga mwili mzima to a point, you know what heroin does, what heroin does, it mishipa haiwake anymore.
So hapati mishipa za kudunga.
So do you know where
here?
Yeah, in her women areas.
Are you serious?
Yes, that is the only place she has feeling. That's the only place now in her whole body that she can feel akijidunga atafilio dawa.
And it's just a mindset because
she started at 17. She's only 24, man.
Only 7 years.
And she's very young. And
very
for
young,
her,
7 years of heroin is a lot.
It's not.
It's a lot.
It's
7 years
of
heroin is, and then remember it's at your youth years, so your body is quick. Yes, quick to adapt to this. So she does it down there. Jesus Christ.
So, you know, people think drug addicts need to a heroin. Pia mtu wa sigara. Like, if you can't function with hakuna kitu mbaya kama you go for a meeting and that person is smelling like
cigarette.
It's
oh my gosh.
Like, and the fact is that this person cannot wait for the meeting to end for them to go have that smoke.
I've attended a couple of meetings and the person next to me is smelling like a cigarette.
You see, if you have anyone around you that smokes cigarette and he's an old guy, just go ask him whether he enjoys, because he does not. He'll tell you never smoke this thing. He's gotten to a point now he can't leave it alone, man.
Funny thing, I've tried smoking and it was never it didn't work. I think God was pana. Hapana. No.
Damu ya kila mtu kuna kenye yu itikia.
Because hata unavuta unachoke tu. Like there's no highness I used to get. So
but now you see right now people think that now they are taking vapes. The people who are taking cigarettes are stupid. You're the same.
You're the bigger fool.
You're worse. Have you seen the pandemic in the States for vapes?
And it's killing people.
I saw a boy, he's 19, 20. He never used to breathe well. Kaenda hosi akafanyiwa test akaambiwa roho yake imekuwa ndogo. All his mishipas have become small because of vaping. So he has akaambiwa, because there's nothing they can do, you just quit the vape and see whether it's gonna go back to normal.
No, quitting the vape is another hassle because he can't quit immediately.
He had to go to rehab because now he's not breathing anymore.
He has to use machines to breathe.
He has that sleep apnea now.
Oh no.
He can't sleep without that thing. Otherwise, he'll forget, not breathe, and
Die.
And if he's 19, how long has he smoked? Probably a year or two.
Vape is not good. Heri sigara.
Heri, but tusiseme hakuna. But please, no, like no.
Don't do vape.
No. If you want to see yourself in the next 5 years healthy and okay, like me, one thing this generation in Nishtu, and my dad used to tell me, or rather he used to tell me and my brother every day, like, guys, you're too young to start chasing your health. Your shosho is sick at 70, you start getting sick at 30.
That you're having complications, mnafanya mchango za.
Sleep apnea ni ya watu wazee, utaanza kuigonga ukiwa 35. Anyway, let's go to our next point, money.
I can't.
All right, our next point, you look for it or down it everywhere you go. In every event, whether you're traveling, whether it's a burial, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a work party, you're doing it. Have you seen this trend of wase wanaenda mazishi kukunywa?
Hey, inakuanga, by the way, trend. It's an actual thing that
people why do. Like that is very disrespectful. Hata kama mwenye mnaenda kuzika alikuwa one of you, respect the family.
Ati wanasemanga nini? Ati manzi, acha tusherekee umsi. Angekuwa na kunywa na sisi saa hii, acha tukunywe
sio lazima msherekee na pombe na bangi na mogoka.
You'll be stupid, you'll do it in front of the family, and then the family will start thinking ill about
like who was our child,
who was this. Some mpe familia ni stress.
Imagine
na umetoka kuzika mtoto na wapea stress over stress, sawa wanaanza kushindwa. Kai, do you have to really drink during mazishi?
We don't. It's actually not a must. It's not about it being a must. It should not happen.
Yeah, you should respect the person.
Respect the person, respect the family, respect the burial aspect of things. Ni mazishi, hamkai, mumeenda by 2-3 mazishi uko imeisha, mtaenda kwenye mnaendanga mkunywe.
Na hata hiyo kwenda kukunywa mnaenda kukunywa.
But if at all you cannot go for an event as serious as a burial, as serious as a wedding, and not drink, you have a problem.
But you have to drink, man. Say, let's go for this wedding.
Or these people, and that was my behavior. When you're flying, you're drunk.
Because you don't. Okay, did that when I was coming back from Jubes. Asked for chupa tungapi.
No.
She's like, I can be lit. That's
like you do not even know the color of clouds in Tanzania, Celine. Come on.
Cannot be.
Kevin.
Mabrayo.
As in, like these trips, unonanga, Asia trip, Euro trip.
Yeah.
Like you go there, but what you've gone to party. You don't even get to see the tourist attractions. You don't get to see the monuments in that country. You don't get to learn about that country because 90% of the time you're drunk. Hata ukikamniambia ulienda Paris na haukuona Eiffel Tower, mimi sitakuamini. Haukuiona, ulikuwa maji.
Dubai, haukuona inaitwaje? The
hizo zote hauonangi,
haukuenda kwa the garden.
Unaendanga kazi yako hoteli, hoteli, kulala, hoteli, kulala.
Let me give you guys a story. Now I went to Dubai and then my meds were stolen. The meds as my prescribed medications were stolen. I went in on let's say a Monday. No, it was Sunday. We figured Sunday evening, so we checked into the hotel, slept. I had one drug. That day I had the drugs. I took the pill. So siku ikaenda, so I was okay. Wakifanya cleaning, the drug is prescribed. I think the person who's doing the cleaning knows about the drug. Akabeba dawa. I was supposed to be in Dubai for 2 weeks. Wendy had to change her flight to the next day. Siku dawa zimeibiwa, siku imeisha. I had to be drunk the whole day. The next day the flight was in the evening. I had to change my flight the next day evening. I didn't even enjoy the Dubai I had gone to enjoy. Nawaambia drugs. Acheni.
Zitamaliza.
Yani unapata chance ya kwenda Dubai na uendi kuenjoy. I felt like a fool. I felt like a fool. Sorry. But anyway, what shall we can do? Erase what erase.
Just a normal one. You get certain withdrawal symptoms when you don't indulge. Like you see this thing people are saying FOMO, fear of missing out. You just get this thing because you didn't go to the club last weekend.
You start feeling bad.
You start feeling bad, like I wish singeenda ushago Christmas, ningekaa tu huko tu, nilikuwa watu wanasemanga ushago kuna bo.
No, ushago ndio kubamba, man.
Ushago kuna bo cause huko hamtakunywa, you can't openly drink the way you're drinking in Nairobi. So you know the symptom is of course that fear of missing out. You're like mbona na venye ama wase wanakukol manze tulilewa, like I wish ningekuwa you start regretting the important thing you did on that weekend. You're like, I wish I didn't even do that. I'd have gone out, you know, other than,
and you had gone to visit your family. Now you wish you had been at sherehe. Sherehe, if anything happens, sherehe ndio itakufight.
So apart from that, FOMO, of course there is, you know, you get irritable.
You start feeling, you get constipated.
People with za kuprescribe mnaanza kusweat. You guys, people are going psychotic nowadays. If you find someone, you see the way we wake up, and like me, I'm a coffee person. If I have not taken my coffee, don't talk to me. So there are people, if they've not had that cigarette, don't talk to them.
If I've not had that pill,
don't talk to them. They will go crazy on you.
I use not I can because I'm not, but I could just snap on you.
If you don't have money to get those things, you just go mad, or rather you become depressed.
Sad, but it's sad.
It's and let me tell you guys, you might be there and you are okay. The people in your family are okay, but the people around your family, people are suffering out here. If you sit down and ask, right now I think every family has one or two addicts. Just that sahi addiction, bado haijionyeshi, because people, you know, people connect addiction to being dirty, to being uncared.
You don't understand yourself.
No, clean people in this Nairobi are addicts. Clean people are doing cocaine. Clean people have mapua zao zimetoboka na huko ndani juu ya kusniff mavitu. Huwezi notice, but one thing people need to know, you can't manipulate time. With time it will show.
It will come.
So before it shows, please work on it.
Don't let it get there.
Don't let it get there, please. Don't let it get there. If at all there is a president, I won't say for which year, who had a son in rehab. The boy was okay. But then with time, mara ukiona venye anaenda na kijana, unaona kijana haiko sawa. Do you know how heartbreaking that is to a parent?
To a parent who's been amekulea kuenda kanisa, alafu what you give back is your parent paying for rehab.
And one thing people should know, you never know when you're getting into addiction. Because it's something that builds up. But you can know how to live. It should not be permanent damage. Don't let it get to permanent damage. Let it not get there. Let it not get there. Because right now, you're finding people are drinking. Like you'll find a nice 26-year-old man, kazi yake ni kukunywa. Like hata akitoka job anapitia mahali anapiga kakora.
Lazima
jiulize, in the next 5 years, where will you be?
If only every day after work you do that, in the next 5 years, what should you be doing? See, ni breakfast, lunch, ukienda lunch, unakunywa, unarudi. Jioni ndo hiyo umeenda kumalizia siku. Asubuhi unaanzia nayo kutoa lock. Lunchtime, same thing. Becomes a cycle. And then now you start losing the job because you're not productive. No one wants to work with you. No one wants to employ a person like you. Jina yako ishachafuka uko nje. What happens to you? You end up kazi yako mkunywa kila siku. Kunywa kila siku, become an addict.
You should know, we are not preaching because we are special or because we are immune.
No. I have gone through it.
I have also been really low and in situations where all I would have done is drink alcohol. And thank God I left when it was not bad. Before it got bad. You understand? Like, you would just wake up and you're like, no. Like, I want everyone to wake up and be like, no, this is not my life. This won't be my life.
Yeah.
Addiction won't be something that I have to service. It's like an altar.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this table. You have to wipe it every day, or you have to put things on it every day to look. No. Please stop. Try. And if you cannot stop, we have Chipukizi bado ni director wa Nakada, sindio? And there was a time I texted Chipukizi and the guy replied and he really wanted to help, but then I don't think I was ready. But I know for sure we will look for the Yaninis. If you honestly, if you've gotten to a point where you need help or you wanna change your lifestyle, please, you can reach out to him at least. He can even give you tips and tricks on how you can live every day or kidogo without these things that you're doing. Ujisaidie. Mi usemanga heri msi anajaribu. Heri msi anajaribu.
Then mwenye tu hataki hata kuaccept.
Yeah.
Mwenye hataki kuaccept ndio shida. You'd rather be be at the point of acceptance, because then now the point of healing begins. But you don't want to accept.
Yeah.
Jifikirie tena. Juu wihoru.
You're not good, my brother and my sister.
You're not doing good.
Anyway, our next point is when you start recruiting people to do the same thing you're doing because you don't want to go down the drain alone, or you're generous sharing that one thing with others.
You see what I've when I mentioned friends who hosting clubs, for example. They always invite friends. They're usually told, have your friends.
Why can't they go alone?
So that, why can't they go drink alone? They're told, call your friends. Yani, you'll be given like 2-3 bottles. So you have friends with you so that, I mean, you hype the club.
Or this thing of, mkishafika kwa meza, nyinyi wote kwanza mpige shots mbili. There is that one person. Always be on the lookout. That one person.
Chocha.
Yendo kwanza. Yendo anaserve.
Unakunywa shots, by the way. Kufungua mdomo.
Mkishafika nini kwa meza, mkishaika shots mbili. Like in an hour, you've all downed one bottle already. That person, because tolerance yake iko juu kualiko, so anataka kuwapea haraka mfikie. Or asikunywe mob muone ni akona hiyo addiction. Yes. So anawapea ili mkae mkumkwe. Yes. So that mkishalewa ana down to peke yake. Ana down cause ya queue. Nyinyi mkidowningi cause they are social drinkers.
Yes.
And there are these drinkers.
Those we shall not say names. But there are those drinkers wale wenye tukifika
hawakunywi juu ya raha, wanakunywa cause hiyo queue ni mob, cause they are dependent on this thing.
Yes.
So like, please be on the lookout of that one person. If you just see them, just know they are very bad with nini. They are very much addicted.
Usijoinio meza.
Yes. Ama ule mse kila time akona blunt, uko happy to stone.
Tusone. Acha iko sa blunt.
Heri akubaie.
Uko? Niko na strip, uko?
Na ukienda mnavuta ama ni weed mnavuta pamoja. By the time mnamaliza ya kwanza ashafungwa ya pili, cause tolerance yake iko juu, yako iko chini. But wewe unaona si ya bure. Wewe una smoke tu, lakini yeye ni anahitaji
azinajaribu kufikisha. Nataki kufeel like he's being alone doing it. So anaita mtu mwingine, mnakuwa sawa, tukwe wawili hivi. Tuko hapa kivuta. It's so ugly. It's ugly, not right. Been there, done that, but it's ugly. It's just ugly.
If you're there and you have not yet started drinking, you're not missing out on anything. If you have never smoked, you're not missing out on anything. If you're thinking of starting or you're thinking of trying, you're wasting your time, bro.
Yeah.
Please, because one thing people hawajui ni, you don't know your blood. You don't know whether you have ile damu ya addiction. Labda, you don't know whether addiction,
your genes,
genetically. People will see your parents, they have very sober parents. You've seen families where the parents are sober, but one of the kids, kids is addicted to something.
Yeah.
But it's because the addiction skipped a generation.
Yes.
And it came to the next generation. So, huwezi jua, and please don't try. You just go ziplining. see Kenya.
Sagana,
Fanya mambo
travel,
tu.
go on road trip.
Yeah, watch YouTube videos like this one.
Be a content creator. I mean, do something with yourself.
That time that you will, like an empty mind is a devil's workshop. And if you're idle, you can try things that will bite you in the future. So like just keep yourself busy. Our next point is your conscience keeps telling you you're wrong or stop.
Oh gosh.
It does. Like ukienda unaonanga ile story ya you've gone to the bar, your mom calls you, she's like, come back home now. And you're like, okay, even though I was to go back home now, siwezi fika, labda niko mbali. And you're like, F it, I will just let me down drink. Wacha tu nichome.
Wacha tu ikae na
hiyo ako ka-guilt. You see that kind of ka-guilt? That's like a guilt you're talking about.
Yes.
Unaingia bar, you've downed half a bottle of Gilbey's, and then your body's like, nimetosheka.
But
na inashinda tu ikikwambia but you're like,
let me do it.
Let me just do it.
Naangalia pesa kuna niko na dua.
Si nimesikia
ningeteka kwa taka nyingine.
Si nimesikia ile kuotosea wanatumia watapumzika kwa kaburi. You've not heard it?
No.
Yeah. When they are drinking, they're having fun. It's time to drink. It's time to have this fun. Tutapumzika kwa kaburi.
Oh yes, that's what they say. And you see, that's calling death. That's calling death. Already the devil is working on you by drinking. And then now you're calling it tutapumzika kwa guy. Who even say such things? But if you say such things, siko ubaya, but shame on you. It's not ubaya, but shame on you because you're calling death. That's the next point.
In Kikuyu inaitwa guthetha. Unajithetha. You're calling death.
You're calling death.
All right. Which is our next point. You do things just to finish so that you can now go in.
Yes.
Your productivity
you become unproductive, you become unreliable, you become you're not an asset, you're not a liability. That's how you're laid off from work because you're not a liability. Because you're not productive. Job unapea unafanya haraka ndio uende. As in upate pesa
hata hygiene yako unafua nguo venye unataka hata ufui unazirudia tu
unafanya tu ama ufui unarudia tu nguo like you don't
hawashi nyumba na ukiosha haisafiki because you need to get out.
You just need to get out and go and do.
You have a lot of energy to get out of that house and go, but you don't have the energy to keep clean.
Imagine.
Shame on you. Anyway, we are not demonizing you guys.
It's what you should not do.
Yeah,
it's the reality of what's happening. And what you should not.
And this is serious. Until unajua wase hawajaishi na addict man. Kuna labda kuna mtu hapo anadhanianga addicts ni wenye tu wako kwa streets. Until you live with one, ndo utajua what we are talking about.
You'd never have told I was an addict until when? When did I stop all this? Until when? I'd say like 4 months ago. That's when I decided to change my life. Like my medication changed into something else. So I didn't have to depend on that. And when I was even admitted not too long ago, when they tried giving me that drug, I refused. I said no. Nimetoka nimetoana mbali na hii. I'm not going to take it. So it's all in the mindset. You have to make a decision for yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, our last point. Dance.
Imagine when you
sasa unaona kijana ako tu na kikitu hapa hakuchomeka hajaianguka na boda na gari alifanya.
You know, but such people are not even employed. Ukionekana uko na dents.
Yeah.
That is usually the first alama kuonesha.
Kuna alama honest ya accident,
yes.
Lakini kuna alama ya pombe na ya
mlipigana ya mlirushiana chupa kwa kichwa.
And that is just a dent that is physical. How about you're a girl and you're taken advantage of because you are not sober, as in you guys. Kuna msee ako na dent, ama ukiweza enda ung'oke kameno leo, acha pombe bro. Ama uende tu upigane na msee na ukumbuki what was going down, acha pombe bro. Acha tu. Ama unaenda home, mwili inauma, ujui ama ulianguka, ujui ama you don't know.
Unajiona tu black. You don't know what happened. You're so drunk. Acha pombe.
Just
start figuring out
Quit
how
it.
you'll stop it. Yes. Because it's real. Guys, we're not talking from a point of attacking, and we'll repeat it over and over again.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, and I cannot do it again. My really good friend here has not, she was almost, and she left before it was too late. So do it for yourself. Do it not to shame your parents as well. Do it for yourself, especially, not even your parents.
One thing, you know, ukiuliza anyone who is, you know, drinking Friday to Saturday, mi naenda nisahau mashida zangu. Hautaisahau bro. Unaona mashida zako venye umeziacha tu kwa nyumba ukaenda ba, unazipata kwa nyumba tena hapo tu.
Zikikungoja.
Me, I thought I used to tell myself, you know, like I have anxiety or rather something is going on with me, with myself. I'm like, I'll go drink, I'll go do this. I forget. I get home, I first nurse a hangover. Hangover ikiisha, the problems are looking at me like this.
We are back.
We are back to square one.
Unafanya nini? Unaenda, unatafuta kwota, unakunywa shot. Tuendelee. And
Monday, ukiamka, the problems same. Hazija reduce, hazija solviwa, ziko tu. So please don't lie to yourself. You're lying to yourself that you're drinking to forget you are lying to yourself.
You're not forgetting any problem.
And if you can lie to yourself like that and drink alcohol, what are you lying to yourself about?
Yes.
What else? So like, jipende sis, jipende bro. Care for yourself, because no one will
care.
Right now, if you start drinking and then you start having issues with your body, imagine your parents won't take you to hospital.
Imagine.
Because they have sung that song. Don't let them sing it. And give them hope, man. Give them hope.
There's nothing as a parent seeing the child being successful. And they've risen you from sacrifice. They would have been addicts as well, but they've sacrificed themselves to ensure that you have a good upbringing, you know. And then you're out there doing what they tried not to do so that they can upbring you to having a good life. You know, so just jichungeni, jipendeni, and remember your parents. Just give thanks to your parents because they've
give them
most.
Just the same way. Men and women say we are getting into relationships and we are saying, we want reassurance from this man, we want reassurance from this woman that they will always be loyal. Why can't you give your parents reassurance to know that they did a good job with you and that they are going to see you for a long time and that they do not have to regret about even letting you out of that house for a day or two? We are asking for reassurance, but we are not giving the most important, the same thing.
Yeah.
Please reassure your parents and reassuring them, because sahi wasa wana complain, mamangu anakuanga tu, you know, mtiaji
ananiambianga nisende kuchina nani
anajua. He knows. He knows
like the instinct is very good.
So assure your parents every day, and you're not assuring them with words, assure them with your action.
Yeah.
Kaa home Friday na mama ako home, mpige story, ajuange as much as hata you and Aba endangi kila
weekend. Anajua huyu ni responsible drinker, as in he or she can actually say this is a responsible child, because hakunywangi kila siku, anakunywanga tu once in a while. Like he'll even have a glass of wine, or she'll have a glass of wine with me and go to sleep. You see, now that's responsible. When you even drink, the moment you drink with your parents,
which I'm also not advising,
which you're not advising if your parent is an addict, but mostly mothers, because ngumu kupata a mother who's an addict unless they're going through something very bad. Then just know at least you're somewhere, because not any parent can sit down and drink with you, by the way. No.
Actually,
most of them can't.
About they can't, they should not.
They should not even make you do it. But if they, that those parents, to be honest, they can, like we say, my mom 2 years ago would have not sat down with me and had a glass of wine. Hata angekunywa mbele yangu. And I was how old? I'm only 25, I was 23. And she could not drink in front of me. But now, she can actually tell me, do you want a glass of wine? We drink. But me, juu nimeacha pombe, I'm like, no.
Lakini unajua hata akikwambianga hivyo, only a parent will only tell a responsible child,
yes.
You want a glass of wine?
Yes.
But if they know once you take that glass of wine, you will need more and more and more.
Hata yeye kunywa na haezi kunywa na yeye.
Najua bro, like wacha tu, mbona usikunywe na mtoto wako jo, don't.
No, that those parents, it's a celebration. Na anajua mtoto wangu ni very very rare.
That's okay.
Only when they know you're a responsible.
Let me tell
drinker.
You, the day you as a parent enter a bar na upatane na mtoto wako uache kukunywa.
Of course.
Pia wewe ukiwa mtoi uingie bar upatane na mzazi wako na mamako.
Stop, you cannot both do it.
Acheni ujinga.
You can't both do it.
You can't.
Who's the
You can't. Me personally, don't drink with your child.
No, I'm saying
I get what you're saying. That's okay,
like
but
in the house,
I get
and
you.
Only very few parents would do it because they know this is a responsible drinker. Ama kunywangi.
Even protocol.
But not any parent can give you alcohol. No,
they shouldn't.
No.
It should.
Kama mzazi wako anakupea pombe na kuencourage.
They can cause iko na wanaona wewe ni mtoto responsible.
Yes.
But no.
But no. Okay. No. It's just that my take is in case a parent, not all parents do it, and it's not any parent can do it. Na before a parent does it, ashakupima anajua kama wewe ni addict ama wewe si addict ama unakunywanga ama ukunywangi.
Na pia anaweza kuwa hajui.
Na anaweza kuwa hajui. Na anaweza kupea pombe na one venye unataka mingi, you want to add for yourself, atajua you're a drunkard. Yani you're an addict one way or another. So it's either they'll do something about it, and if they do nothing about it, that's a problem.
Me, I do not advocate. Me, I will never, even though I don't drink, but even though I was to drink, I can't. Like let me tell you, kuna kitu inaitwa, in my culture, kuna kitu inaitwa Johiadhuri.
I know it.
Pombe ya wazee sahi, I find my dad drinking here, of which he does not, or your dad is drinking, he has his bottle. Right. If you can't, then don't also take from your mom.
You cannot take it.
Yeah, mothers, please.
No, either it can either come from your mom or dad. As from my aspect.
Pombe ni ya mtu ujinunulie
wewe ujinunulie pombe yako. Si ungoje pia mzazi wako akupe. I'm not saying that your parent will give you.
Na mzazi pia si entertain.
I'm not saying it.
You know, hey.
Just say it. We're having a conversation.
No, in the Bible when it's Noah who built the ark, right?
Yes.
When he got drunk and the son saw his nakedness. So imagine the son saw his nakedness and the boy was sober. What about you two drunk? You're a mother and a child.
No, there's hard. Okay. I was trying to explain. Drinking from the point of celebration.
But you know, every trouble begins with happiness.
Some happiness. Yeah. Now,
like, you know why I would not advocate for it? And yeah, that's okay. You have a glass with your mom, a glass of wine. Menda hoteli mekunywa kwa glass of wine. It's good for your digestion. I'm talking about, it is very hard to find that balance.
Yes.
And that's why unaonanga, baba na mtoi wamekunywa wakapigana. Haifai kufika hapo. So for you, unajua sahi ni ile ya, if at all inaweza fika hapo usifanye. Ni kama sahi tunaambiwa don't drink and drive. Haujaambiwa don't drink too much and drive. You've been told just don't do it.
And drive. Yeah.
Yes. If you're told like speed kills, stop speeding.
Well, I think that should have been a topic as well. Should have talked about speeding. The people who now apenda, even me, I was a petrol head. But let's be real. Speed kills.
Like hakuna in between ya unaweza enda 180.
No, to expect your gari yenye imetengenezwa na man-made isimame. It's a man-made. It's man-made. Man is to error.
Yes, hatuongei speed. That's another thing.
That's another topic.
What we are saying is, let's avoid, like, if there is no in between for you, just stop it. If you can't find that balance of, socially drinking,
in
or
fact,
just
there's never in between. There's no
never,
lukewarm. There's never lukewarm. So it's either hot or you cold. So if you please just stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop it. It's for your better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, to attack anyone, to our love, the way you are,
we are attacking with love.
The way you are, we're just telling you the truth, the truth that you need to hear.
Yeah, we all need to hear these things.
I mean,
it's not like
I wish someone ever posted or had a podcast talking the truth as we are. I think I wouldn't have ever done what I used to do, to be honest. I don't think I would have.
But I always say, like, I was thinking about it and I was saying, if we were all to be showed our lives and you see like in 5 years you're an addict, will you still be drinking? Will you still, if you know you're shown your life and you see how much you're struggling with addiction in the next 2-3 years, will you still continue doing this thing?
Imagine not stop.
But now, do you have to be shown?
No, you don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You just stop.
You just need to understand the protocols of, if you drink too much, you become an addict.
An addict,
if you do this
without knowing it, you'll just be an addict.
Addiction builds up. It doesn't come up.
Yeah.
It starts from somewhere. So, guys, be safe, be responsible, like, choose things that matter.
Yeah.
Like, choose good things for your life so that in the next 5 years, you're proud of yourself. And, like, you know, the addiction comes with victimization. You victimize yourself a lot. You see, like, the world has gone against you. It's you who went against nature and you went against yourself.
Yeah, so, you betrayed yourself. Yes, you live ukijua hii kitu hata tobacco inaandikango, please use it with caution because it causes addiction. So same thing as alcohol, same thing as cocaine, so same thing as everything. Just be a responsible person. Be the person you'd want to see yourself.
The only thing you should be responsible in is drinking. Any other thing, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't smoke. Don't sniff. Do not inject. Do not vape. Don't do those things. You are messing up your body in a way that, hey, at least, because drinking is legal, you know.
It is, but addiction ya alcohol hata ni ngumu kuliko ya. It's difficult. I've seen people.
Sai hata mse wa bia anashindwa kuquit, bro. Na wewe unakunywa Gilbis.
Manzi. Gilbis kila wakati.
Guys. Jipendeni, like, let's create a future, because I want to see everyone in the next 5 years. And I want to meet you doing well for yourselves, caring for your families. Yes. I do not want to hear, my classmate went to rehab. My neighbor is normal because alikunywa. Juu ya pombe.
We don't get there. No. We're not getting there. We're talking we're talking real, and it's for you who's watching this.
And we are praying for you. Yeah. Don't worry, we love you. If you're in need, you can get out.
Yes, and reach out.
Yes,
reach out.
Please do.
We'll do. Figure it out.
Yes, together.
Yeah.
Anywho's, we're done.
We're done. Please don't forget to do what? Please don't forget to
subscribe, like, share, and comment. Please, and also follow us on our
thumbs up.
Instagram. Yeah. I'm on Facebook. You're on Facebook also. We'll put our names somewhere on the screen.
I'm Shiko Njoroge, Shiko_Njoroge on Instagram.
I'll put it somewhere there so that you can just
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one.
Yeah. Thank you.
Toodles. Bye.
Bye.